Have you ever wondered why you can do everything right, eat the clean food, take the supplements, get the sleep, and still not feel better? Are you tired of feeling like your body just doesn't want to cooperate no matter how hard you try? What if I told you that it might not be your body that's blocking your healing? It might actually be your beliefs. If that sounds like you, you're not alone. So many women with lupus and autoimmune conditions are doing all the right things physically, but deep down, their minds are still running on old stories of fear, frustration, and defeat. Welcome to the Health Bridge podcast. I am your host, Holly B, and I help women with lupus and other autoimmune conditions rebuild their energy, reduce flares, and reconnect with their purpose by using my mind, body, soul approach. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the most overlooked reason people stay stuck in their health journey and how to shift it starting today. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to spot the hidden belief that's keeping you from healing and how to begin rewriting it so your body can finally feel safe enough to restore itself. We're going to be talking about both neuroplasticity and cellular health. The concept is how your body follows your mind. Your cells respond to your dominant thoughts and beliefs. An example of this would be Dr. Emoto's work with water and how our thoughts affect the water molecules. So, what he would do is he would take a glass or a petri dish of water and he would put different words on them, such as love or peace or hope. And on another set, he would write words such as hate or ugly. And then he would take the water molecules and look at them under the microscope and photograph them. And what he found was that the water molecules that were under the positive words, such as love, they would look like a beautiful, symmetrical, intricate design, just like a snowflake, if you've seen a snowflake close up under microscope. Whereas the water molecules that were under the influence of the words hate or ugly, they would be not symmetrical. They would have an erratic pattern or a hard pattern to follow if there even was a pattern. And it really gave a sense of dis-ease, right? And so that is an example of if you think of it this way, your body is 99.9% water. Okay. So if this concept is true and we apply that to our own bodies and our own minds and our own thoughts, the ones that we have on repeat all the time, those are programming our cells. Our cells are responding to that programming. And what I found is that many women with autoimmune conditions, myself included here, they unconsciously hold on to the belief patterns and the stories that they are broken, that they are sick, or that their body is attacking them. Now, when we hold on to these beliefs and we have them on repeat, whether we're conscious of that or not, these beliefs create chronic stress responses in our cells, in our nervous system, and it keeps the body in protection mode rather than repair mode. When we are constantly in this state of fight or flight, we can't be in the state of rest and repair. They can't exist at the same time. So the less you are in rest and repair mode, the less opportunity your body has to heal. The more that we are perpetuating these thoughts and beliefs, this explanation of our reality, the more our cells will respond in that stress response, in that chronic fight or flight response. So we need to learn how to taper off of the fight and flight. We need to learn to get our bodies, our cells, our nervous system into that rest and digest, rest and repair mode. So how do you do this? Well, I have some questions that I want you to ask yourself. And if you are driving or in a place where you can't really focus on this right now, I want you to bookmark this and please come back to it. I'd like you to sit with it and journal about it a little bit and really give yourself the time to reflect on the questions I'm about to lay out for you. First question: what's the story you tell yourself about your illness? Second question: do you describe your illness as something you are or something you have? As in, is this something that you reflect on as a part of you, a part of your personality? When we can reflect on these questions and start to listen from almost like an outside perspective on what our stories are, what our definitions are around what we hold true for ourselves, that awareness is the first key step in creating change and restructuring those consistent thought patterns and belief systems and stories that we are so used to running on. Because if we aren't aware of it, we can't change what we don't notice. So, how do we then shift the narrative? So, let's say that you realize that one of your thought patterns, one of your beliefs about your illness is that your body is attacking you. This is where, once we are aware of that story, once we are aware of that pattern, we can now introduce a reframe. So, if you've recognized that that is one of your patterns, your body is attacking you, let's reframe that into your body is communicating with you. Every symptom is a signal asking for your attention and care. When you can shift from fighting your body, fighting this thing that's attacking you, to listening to your body, to listening to the signals that your body's giving you, it opens up the potential for healing, right? We have to crack that door open to realize that there might be another possibility, another future outcome for us. If you keep that door closed, nothing will ever change.
Hey, I just wanted to jump in here and interrupt the program for just a hot minute. You know that I'm so passionate about this podcast, but what I'm also really passionate about is helping women with lupus minimize their symptoms, boost their energy so that they can indulge in life again. So if you are a woman who is struggling with lupus, who is sick and tired of being sick and tired, who's struggling to manage your flares, if you're finding that your lupus symptoms are just really getting in the way of you being able to live your life the way you want to, I feel you. I've been there myself and I felt the same way. And what I've found is that there are a certain set of health fundamentals that once applied, will support you in your foundational health. They will support you in building and maintaining that energy, minimizing flares, and allowing you to, again, indulge in life and follow your passions. So, if that is something that you are interested in creating for yourself, let's jump on a call together. I will walk you through the process that I use with my clients to get them from sick and tired to strong foundation of health by implementing my Health Bridge protocol. If this is something you're interested in chatting more about, I would love to talk to you. Apply for a free clarity call with me, and I look forward to getting to know you soon. And now back to the episode.
So let's anchor this practice with an action step, okay? I want you to write down the top 3 beliefs that you hold about your illness. So, again, for example, my body is broken. I will never be healthy again. I can't be a successful entrepreneur with chronic illness. Those are some examples that maybe you're feeling. So let's write those down. My body is broken. Now I want you to rewrite these as empowering truths. Okay. So, for example, my body is always working towards balance. How does that feel? How does that sit in your body? Right? I want you to think about that. If that was one of your beliefs, my body is broken, shifting that thought to my body is always working towards balance. That sits a little bit easier, doesn't it? And that cracks the door open perhaps to another possibility to maybe, just maybe, I was thinking of my situation incorrectly, and there is another possible outcome. Once you've written down those 3 top beliefs that you hold, I want you to rewrite them again as empowering truths, and then I want you to turn it into an affirmation that you will practice each morning. For example, going along with "My body is broken," we might shift the affirmation to "My body is my partner in healing. I am safe, I am supported, and I am healing more every day." I want you to, when you say your affirmations, really feel the emotion behind it, feel the hope behind it, feel the doors opening. I want you to feel those emotions, not just read them off, not just say them while you're thinking about your to-do list today or how bad you feel. I want you to just suspend everything else, be mindful and present, and feel your affirmation as you say it or as you read it. Okay. If it feels too much to even verbalize it, just write it down and read it and put it somewhere where you can see the affirmation, where you can come across it throughout your day. Eventually, you will be able to speak these out loud if it just seems too much for you right now, depending on where you're at in your journey. Now, when we talk about affirmations, there can be pushback, right? I want to remind you that this isn't just about thinking positive or having toxic positivity. It's really about alignment with body and mind. So approach it that way. Healing starts with the mind believing that healing is possible. So we have to find ways, we have to find workarounds, right? To get around our own nervous system, which is trying to keep you safe by keeping you in these thought patterns that it is used to. It's an automatic system that happens. It's a human nature. Your nervous system wants to keep you safe. What it knows as safe is what it is used to. That's it. So it's going to do everything it can to derail you from making changes. But our higher self, our higher soul knows better than that, knows that these patterns, these belief systems, these stories are not serving our higher purpose. This is why we are doing these workarounds to crack open the door so that your mind can believe that healing is possible and we can start a different domino effect. Okay. These small mindset shifts compound into physical results, especially when paired with the good nutrition, the rest, the emotional releases, the improved circadian rhythms. So, just to recap what we went over, the body follows the mind, and your cells respond to dominant thoughts and beliefs. The questions that I want you to journal on and reflect on are: what's the story you tell yourself about your illness? And do you describe your illness as something that you are or something that you have? We have to create awareness around the stories we're telling ourselves. Then we start to shift the narrative. Your body isn't attacking you, right? It's communicating with you. Think about these subtle shifts that you can make to reframe the thoughts that you are so used to having. And now we anchor that practice by writing down your top 3 beliefs that you hold about your illness and rewriting them as empowering truths. Again, "My body is broken" can turn into "My body is always working towards balance." And now turning that into a positive affirmation that you can use in the morning and throughout your day to retrain your neuroplasticity, to retrain your thought patterns and your belief systems and your stories to something new, something that provides hope and the possibility of healing, such as my body is a partner in healing. I am safe, I am supported, and I am healing more every day. Feel those words when you are saying them. Now, if you are realizing that your beliefs might be holding you back, that the stories you're telling yourself might not be as helpful as you thought they were, but you're not really sure where to start, I would love to help you identify what's really going on beneath the surface. You can apply for a free healing breakthrough call with me through the link in the show notes. It's where we will map out exactly what's keeping you stuck and how to start bridging that gap back towards healing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're walking away with clarity on how powerful your beliefs are and how one small shift in thought can start to shift your entire body. If this episode spoke to you, you don't have to navigate autoimmunity alone. I'd love to support you on your journey. As I said, you can apply for a free healing breakthrough call using the link below, or you can just start with my free daily Lupus guide and symptom tracker, which is also totally applicable to other autoimmune conditions, and that will help you bring more awareness into your day-to-day health routines. Until next time, take a deep breath, give yourself grace, and keep building your bridge back to health.